taking notice.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! 18 Gator. Protein spill. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Jones now to throw again. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Okay,
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, set.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
If they got you the football, gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
Rock it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now Sproles. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
This is Howard on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Single.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's what I do.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, Will.
From the gun, Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch his slant.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? Touchdown, Giants. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3.
Back. 52's the mark.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Alec Ogletree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Go. 280. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 81. Got four down.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
That's the way. Hey, alert 3. Hey, check 24.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. On a man down, and it's Sanders. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Got it. Mike 5-4. Push him back. Big grip.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Jones now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Delta. We got double up. 5.
Jones on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
X3, 218, chop. 2.
On the draw, this is Gallman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Stepping up, he's going to keep, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rwtaka18's to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 47 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
52. Defense wins championships, baby. 52.
Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 more yards.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting! Come on, boy. You better be ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone. Getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone.
You ready?
He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
He was brought down by Nigel Bradham. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones steps away to his left. Oh, good move at the 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Watch the pass.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Jones now operating from the gun. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Hey, kill. Check, 93's the mic.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I got 19. Hey, what?
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wentz. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Check curls.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off near the 34. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Eagles 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. 36.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Coming after you. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A delayed give to Gallman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Now.
Jones off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Barkley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Sproles, the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Wentz going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? 51's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing to go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ready? Turn 2, sir.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Eagles' 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
46 down, man.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Into the red zone, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Flush to his right. That is caught with the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Wentz incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 37. Check 37.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
And they take a knee.
Jones on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Jones on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got